Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. This is Two Sinners on a Sunday, and I am excited to bring us another episode of, a Christmas themed episode just to keep up with the Christmas spirit, right, Ali?
That's right. We want to bring cheer for all to hear.
Yeah,
Yes.
carrying on the Christmas cheer.
That's right. So
Yeah,
we brought my Christmas lights,
yeah,
and Evans is decked out with his Santa hat.
yes.
And
And we
yeah,
are going to be decking the halls tonight or today, with
yes.
new ways of appreciating the holiday
Yeah, I don't
season
know. Well,
with.
and
Mhm.
what do people love at the holiday season? Christmas music and Christmas movies. And
Yeah,
we're going to talk about a special niche of Christmas movies,
all right.
one that Evans has confessed to me adores. He
No.
loves Hallmark Christmas movies. It's all he
Um,
watches around the holidays, right, Evans?
I
Isn't
just
that your jam?
I just puked a bit in my mouth, but okay, I absolutely love comfort food Christmas movies,
Movies.
Hallmark,
Yeah.
specifically rom-coms and romantic movies specifically. Yes, absolutely love them.
Yeah, both Evans and I absolutely love Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yeah, just so you know, I
So
will take a shower after this. So yeah, I'll just yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so here's what we want to do for y'all tonight. We are going to create our own Hallmark Christmas movies based on what Evans has learned this past year
Mm,
of what it is to be a Mormon and the little details, the nuances of being a Mormon. And we're going to create our own plot. We're going to create our own storyline. And hey, you never know, Evans. It might get picked up by the Hallmark Channel. It could
right,
be that amazing. And
that
then
would
we're
be
going to have to
great.
like copyright it and
And they
everything.
would
But
interview us and everything,
oh
go on
yeah,
tour.
yeah. They'll ask us to write the screenplay, maybe even
Oh yeah.
act in it. Who knows? It would
Oh.
be so crazy.
Are they comfortable
Anyway,
enough with letting a black person have a seat on the
oh
director's
shoot.
seat?
Ah, good point.
I don't know. I don't know whether they're ready for that yet. I mean,
Ah,
they only just let us in the door, like, only a few years
yeah.
ago. So I don't know if they're willing to
Yeah, that's true.
relinquish the
But
reins yet.
I'll use my privilege. I will.
Ah, we'll use your
You can be in the
face.
background. You just
I'll
be in the
hide
background,
behind
okay?
you. Yes.
Every December, Hallmark releases like 4,000 movies, and all of them tend to be about a small town girl finding love, hot chocolate, and the meaning of Christmas. And again, this is our favorite channel, people. We're not making fun of this at all.
No, no.
But what if the Hallmark Channel teamed up with the LDS Church? What would that movie look like?
Oof.
Okay. So that's our premise. Okay. So Hallmark, it's predictable, comforting tropes. We love it. I'm not drinking hot cocoa, but I have my nice warm tea today as we do this. Mormon culture, also very predictable, comforting tropes. We combine the two and let's see what happens, okay?
Yeah.
So let's build the ultimate Hallmark movie together, Evans.
You're gonna do it like Legos. Let's go.
All right, so let's start with the protagonist, the perfect Mormon woman. What
Hmm.
does she look like, Evans?
She's blonde and blue-eyed, definitely.
Okay.
And she went to school,
Oh,
but she
whoa,
went to
whoa, whoa.
study. Wait, hear me out. She went to
Okay,
school
okay, okay.
because her parents were
Oh,
a bit
progressive.
progressive. So she went to school to study
Okay.
bakery, you see. Um, so
She's a pastry
she's
chef.
a
I
pastry
love this.
chef. See?
Okay. Okay, okay. I love it. Okay.
She
All
makes
right, is
everything from
she?
scratch. She makes
Yeah.
pasta from scratch. She makes sugar
Mm,
from scratch. I don't know why, but she does that. She makes
okay.
everything from scratch. So
Wow.
she's very hardworking, dedicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Is she like righteous and yet humble? Would
Hmm.
that be something? What does she
I
do
would
with her
say,
volunteering time? Like, what kind of volunteer work do you think she would be doing?
oh, that's hard. Okay, so I mean, given that she already went to school to study bakery, that means that she probably didn't go for
Oh,
missions.
Yeah, okay, so she decided to have an education. So maybe that is something that she's conflicted about. Should
Right.
I go on a mission?
Or
Should I
should I
not?
go and study bakery? Right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That
That's
could all be
interesting.
it. Okay.
Okay. But she
All
is
right.
definitely down to earth. She tries to be, and she's righteous.
Okay. Perfect. She always wants to do what's right,
Yes.
even if it's at a personal cost,
Yeah.
And
And even though her
yeah,
parents are liberal, she wants to be more closer to Jesus Christ and have her own planet with a right husband, you
yes.
see.
Yeah. And so, in general,
Mm-hmm.
again, Mormon women are taught to be selfless to the point
Mm.
of being invisible. And this is an archetype that Hallmark would love.
Mm.
Right? This endlessly invisible baking and pining for her man and yet maybe she should go on a mission of her own or maybe she
Yes.
should go to university. These are major conflicts that she's got to wrestle with.
Yeah.
Let's now go on to her love interest. What
Oh.
does he look like? Who is he? Tell me more about him, Evans.
Okay, so he is quite popular and he's
Okay.
very confident, outspoken. He definitely knows that he's going to Florida for his mission.
Oh, Orlando.
Orlando.
No, no, no. Okay. He has to already have come back from his mission. Okay. This has to be
Right.
an
So
RN,
so we're
a
building
return missionary.
so we are building kind of
Oh,
like
his
his
backstory. Gotcha.
backstory. Okay. So
All
yeah,
right.
so
I love
he
it.
is that guy. He is the guy,
Okay.
right? So
Okay. Got it.
yes, he's been on his missions for about a year and a half or almost 2 years. He's on his way back.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
almost
Okay.
on his way
Okay.
back, and she knows him. She knows of him because obviously he's popular, he's attractive, and he's kind of like,
Did they go to church together? That they were in the same
yes,
congregation? Okay.
yes, and
Okay. And so he's
yes.
about to come home. And he's going to return around Thanksgiving time. And
Oh,
so that sets the stage for the month of December. So he's going to come
yes,
home at Thanksgiving. He's
yes.
going to give his homecoming address.
Yes. Oh,
And I don't,
and a
yeah,
little bit of a
sorry.
backstory. They used to play together when they were kids, and they kind of
Okay.
forgot each other with everything, with him going on missions and everything. So they kind
Sure.
of forgot each other, but she still kind of remembers him with a few memories, and
Yeah.
she's unsure whether he remembers her. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Building some
I get it.
tension here.
It's some romantic tensions. I love it. So obviously he's handsome, he's
Yes.
polite, he must drive a Subaru, right?
100%.
So
100%.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He sings in the ward choir.
He wears a scarf
Okay.
for no
He
reason. For
okay.
no reason.
He has the emotional range of white bread. That's what I put down. Yes. Yeah. Know many people that fall in
Yes.
that category,
Yes.
sadly. And of course, he is very educated,
Oh, yeah.
right? So, like, I mean,
Yes.
this guy, he's going to be going to grad school for sure.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah,
he is coming back and he is coming back
he's
from
gonna,
missions. He's gonna
yeah,
go off and do something like neurosurgeon or something specific
for
in the
sure.
in the health field, right? Yeah, definitely.
He just needs a little lady to, build his
To
career
be
off
his
the back of.
backbone.
Yeah,
Yeah, a slave wife.
exactly.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, he's the Mormon masculine ideal package for female consumption.
Ooh,
There you go.
consumption. I
Yeah.
love that. Pim and
Hmm.
proper, everything neat, bright and
Yep.
shiny. His hair is all
Our,
kept up. No facial
okay.
hair because obviously that's bad.
No,
Um,
no. His hair
yes.
would have to be clean cut. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think, yeah, we've got our
And
stars
height is
now.
about 5'11".
At
So
least.
not six
Yeah.
foot. So
Okay, not quite.
not over the
Okay.
top. Not over the top,
Okay.
but not short. So 5'11".
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
He would never be
Never
short.
be
That
short.
would,
Exactly. That doesn't fit the
and
Hallmark movies. No.
he also has to be blonde. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's also got to be very
He has to be
blonde.
very blonde. Yeah.
Okay, supporting cast. We need supporting cast members.
All
Who
right.
are they
So
going to be?
obviously the loser friend, Elder Cunningham, for for Mr. Prince
Mm,
Charming. The loser friend
Okay.
who is trying to be serious, who
Okay.
thinks he knows everything there is to know about girls, but he's
Oh.
never really spoken to a girl before. He's practically a virgin, but doesn't want anyone to know that he is a virgin
Oh,
for
they
no
all are
reason. Oh, they all
virgins.
are virgins. Okay, there we
Evans,
go.
they are all
There we
virgins.
go.
Okay.
There we go. But it's very clear for him that he
Hmm.
really is one, right?
He's never even made it to first base, is what you're
Exactly.
saying.
Never,
Okay,
never
got it.
held hands. So
Okay,
I think we're
okay.
gonna have to think of names after because it's gonna get complicated as we
Yeah,
add
it's true.
more cast to it.
Okay. Okay, okay. Let's
We
with
need
this.
two
Okay.
names. We
All
need
right.
names for
Oh
protagonist
my
and
gosh.
man.
I'm trying to think of a very Mormon girl name.
Mm.
I don't know, something. Oh my gosh, Mormons come up with the weirdest spellings for names too, just to be unique. And
Oh, is it like they
yeah.
call their children Leah, but then the spelling is like miserable. Like it's
Oh,
not L
crazy.
E
Like
A H. It's like
Ashley with,
right
yeah, something like,
Leigh
yeah, the letter Q, the number
TNMNOP.
7, all of it. Yeah, it's all in there. Oh, but the young man, let's call him Brandon. Okay.
Brandon is definitely the guy. Yes.
Right?
I
Okay.
agree. I agree.
Okay. All right.
Brandon
Yeah.
and Michaela. I like Michaela.
Sure. All right. We'll
Okay.
do that.
All right.
Okay, Brandon
Good.
and Michaela. And of course, there's that Relief Society sister. So, in the women's organization who has no boundaries. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be the nosy, busybody friend of Michaela.
Okay.
And let's see, we'll call her. No, let's just call her Brittany. Okay.
Brittany definitely sounds right.
That sound
Yeah,
right?
definitely Brittany. And obviously,
Okay.
this
Yes.
is she from a big family? I'm talking about Michaela now. Is Michaela from a big
Of
family?
course.
Yeah.
She's the
Okay.
youngest of 9
There
children.
we go. There we
There
go.
you go.
So,
Yeah,
so
and she's the last one not to get married. So she's also like in this, am I going to be an eternal aunt or will I
mm,
find love?
yeah.
And is love really what I want? Or do I
Yeah.
want to go back and become a culinary chef, not just a pastry
Interesting.
chef? Yeah.
Interesting. And she's
Mhm.
19, so the stakes are high. You know, she's almost very old.
She's
She's
getting old.
19. She's getting
Yeah, she's
very
getting
old.
very old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too old for her. I
Yeah.
mean, she's 19. She's pretty much an aunt at that point.
That's
So
right.
the stakes are
That's
high,
right.
and
We need to have a bishop
oh boy.
that's going to ask all the inappropriate questions,
Yeah.
the invasive questions. So yeah, for sure. We
Okay.
definitely need that.
Okay.
We need the quirky cousin who left the church a few years ago just
Oh,
for comedic relief. Right?
okay.
So he's just mixing the pot with his occasional anti-Mormon
Yeah.
rhetoric that comes up at the family Thanksgiving dinner, or if he's even allowed a seat at the table, let's be
Right. Which is
honest.
surprising. So we're
So,
gonna call him
yeah.
Phil.
Oh,
So
okay.
Phil is the cousin.
Phil, cousin
Yeah.
Phil.
Phil cousin.
Okay,
Yes.
I like it.
Cousin Phil. Brittany
Anybody
the
else we
friend.
need?
Brittany the
Brittany.
friend. Michaela.
Who's Brandon's friend's name? The quirky.
We don't have a
Oh, we
Brandon
haven't
friend
named him.
yet.
Jason.
Jason. Brandon and
Yeah,
Jason. Okay.
Brandon and Jason,
Okay.
Brittany and Michaela,
Okay.
and then we've got
Cousin Phil.
Bishop Peterson.
Definitely
Um,
Peterson. Yes.
yeah,
We don't even
Bishop
have a first name for
Peterson.
him.
No, no, that would
Yeah,
be
that would be
disrespectful.
disrespectful. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
then Sister.
Ooh, nosy sister. We're gonna call her Ruth.
Yeah, this is like an old lady at church that likes to get into her business, into
Oh, so
Michaela's
not
business.
family sister, like
No, no, no,
sister,
no.
church
That's what
sister,
yes,
brother
that's
and
what
sister.
Mormons call brother and sister. Yeah.
Obviously,
So we'll
yes.
call her, let's see, Sister Walker. Okay.
Walker, yes, because you
Yeah,
can't call
Sister
them by their first
Walker.
names. Yes. Yeah.
Sister
Sister Walker.
Walker, Bishop Peterson, Jason and Brandon, Brittany and Michaela,
Mm-hmm.
and then cousin Phil.
There
I
we
think
go.
we've got a
I think we're
great
good.
cast of
We're
characters.
good.
Yeah.
We're good.
All right. Okay, the plot. Okay, what do we got? We kind of already kind of talked about it. So she just got not an actual degree. It's more of a certificate
An
to work at,
accreditation.
yes, an accreditation
Yes.
that allows her to work
The
at
bakery.
a bakery in the
Hmm.
back, of course.
Yes, of
Let's
course.
call it just her food handler's permit.
Ah, right.
She's not that advanced, like she didn't quite, she got her food handler's permit. So
Yes.
she can work in the back where
Hmm.
she's not seen. But
Yeah.
of course, she's this beautiful aging flower at
Yeah. I'm
19.
19, very
Mm-hmm.
old. Yeah.
Yeah, in
Hmm.
her hometown of Utah.
Very
And
small
Christmas
town.
is around the corner. And like you said, Brandon is returning home from his mission. Actually, he just landed, and this Sunday, this next
Yes.
Sunday,
Hmm.
he's going to be speaking in front of the full congregation to report about
Oh,
his mission
yes.
to Orlando.
Orlando. And all the girls have the group chat and they are talking about it, right?
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they are all
Mm.
anticipating what
Yep.
they're going to say. Obviously, there are other men in this group as well, including
Yeah.
Jason and the Argonauts, right? And the rest of them that don't matter yet.
That's
So,
right. And let's add a little bit more to the story.
okay.
I think that Michaela, she has been asked to lead the children in the annual Christmas nativity play.
I
And
see.
so she's gonna, aside from working at the pastry shop, she's got to spend her time now organizing the children and creating a beautiful Christmas program for Christmas Day for when
Yes,
everybody gets together.
teaching them the songs and
That's right.
encouraging them to give their testimony or however way they can do it. Yes.
That's right.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Sounds like
Cue
a,
the cocoa, the twinkling
oh
lights,
boy,
and
I feel
ward
the
choir
tension.
practice.
Oh
And
yes.
remember, Brandon has a beautiful singing
Oh yeah,
voice.
he's all of it, isn't he? He's
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
whole package.
He's the whole
Yeah.
package. So he's going to be attending the ward choir rehearsals, and
Which which
Michaela.
occurs the day before church.
Well, in preparation for this Christmas program,
Hmm.
they have to meet more often. So
Okay, so we are
she,
building. So the
hmm
event is
hmm
going to be on
yeah,
Christmas Day. That's the event, right?
that's the
So we are
event,
building to
right?
it. Okay,
That's right.
nice
And
one.
so we've got Michaela, who she's not in the choir,
Hmm.
but her calling, what she's been called
It's with
to
the
do,
kids. Yeah.
is to handle the kids. So she's going to be attending every time that everybody gathers for rehearsals.
Yeah, because the kids are part
And
of it.
yeah, of course. And then he's part of the choir. And so unlike all those other girls in the group chat who can't sing and are
Mm,
just not quite there, like Brittany, she's playing the piano. So
right, right.
Brittany, she's not although she's Michaela's best friend, she can't hold a candle to
Oh.
Michaela. But the other
Mm,
girls don't either. And so here we have the fact that they're going to be running into each other a
mm-hmm.
lot more at
Yeah,
these, rehearsals that they're going to
exactly.
be.
So wait, hold on. Michaela can sing?
No, Michaela can't sing, but she is
Mm.
handling the
Yeah,
children's
she's handling the
portion.
children. Okay.
Yeah, so we've got Brittany at the
Hmm.
piano. Jason and Brandon both sing, and so they're going to
Mm-hmm.
be in the choir.
Hmm.
And Michaela is leading the children. So there's going to be a certain moment in the Silent Night song where the children are going to go up on the stage, and we're going to have Mary and Joseph
Yeah.
and baby Jesus and everything. And
Yes.
Michaela's just, she is, again, because she's so selfless and ultimately invisible. She's behind the scenes of all of this,
Yeah.
but she is the mastermind behind making sure that everything
Everything
runs
is happening.
smooth and
Yes.
flawless with the children's
Exactly.
segment of the
Queuing in where
Christmas
they're gonna
program.
go in, where they're gonna come out, what they're gonna
Exactly.
say.
Yeah.
So
What's the
now.
conflict, though? What's the conflict? Where's the tension? We got to build that tension. So he comes home and he gives his address, and Michaela's like, oh, dang, he's grown up. He's a man now. And I'm just this pastry chef wannabe with only a food handler's permit. And will he ever see something in me So what's the
Hmm.
tension?
But wouldn't Michaela think that she is the right catch, given that she's not a career woman? She is someone who has a food handler's permit, and she's ready to serve a man as long as he's willing to call her, and she will jump in
Yeah,
his laps
you are
immediately.
you are
She would
100% right,
actually be happy
but
about that.
any good Mormon woman would have a shitload of insecurities.
Ah,
So she's
okay.
still
So she's on
very,
point. Okay,
yep,
so
yep,
even though she is the
exactly.
right match for
Yeah,
Brandon, according
yep,
to Mo Montana, she would still feel insecure for being the right match.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Hmm.
So that's really up to par.
Yeah.
Let's present a random problem in here. This
Yes,
is
I need you to do that.
so
Yeah.
Brandon is having a faith crisis
Oh, I love
after
this.
returning from the mission,
Okay,
having a faith
okay,
crisis. So this is
okay.
going to build up to the Christmas event where his faith gets renewed at the event,
He
right?
he's
Um,
losing his
he's
testimony.
losing
That's
his
what's happening.
okay.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
losing his
He's
testimony, so he
hmm
needs something. And whilst he's losing his testimony, Michaela is very much building up her testimony. She is working. She's volunteering. She is strengthening her faith, given that she wants to get closer to God because her parents were more liberal. So we have this kind of like
Oh, okay.
polarization going on there. Michaela wanted to
Yeah,
get closer to it, and Brandon now wondering what to do next, right?
yeah. Will
Hmm.
this love ever
Ever.
work? Yes. Well, somebody's gonna have to follow the spirit, is what I'm thinking.
Definitely.
So, yeah, we're gonna
Definitely.
have to do that. Okay. So, what's the crisis? So, that's the conflict. A snowstorm. I have it. Okay.
Oh,
A
yes.
snowstorm. We need
Yes.
snow, right? Like,
Yes.
we absolutely need snow. So,
Surface snow.
it's Utah after all. Okay. So, there's a
Okay,
snowstorm and they get trapped
hold on.
in
Hold
the.
on.
Okay.
The day before they listen to the
Okay.
forecast, there's no snow. There's definitely going to be any snow the next day. Definitely no snow. So everybody
Okay.
goes on there not prepared for any snow at all.
They get trapped, like
Yes.
the whole ward or whoever is in the
Right.
Christmas program, they get snowed into the Christmas building. And
Yes.
not the Christmas building, sorry, the church building. Okay. So this storm comes
This
out of
comes in out of
nowhere.
nowhere.
It's just awful.
It's
And they
unprecedented.
get
Yes.
stuck at church during rehearsals. So we've got all these kids with sticky fingers and dirty clothes because they got into the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches from the nursery room
Yeah.
and they are running around the building. Michaela's, trying to keep them in line.
Yes.
We've got
And
also every break that Michaela has, we've got Sister, now I forgot her name. Sister what? Sister Walker
Sister
is
Walker.
saying, well, Michaela, when are you going to find a return missionary? What are you doing? You're, getting up there in years. And so she's breaking all those
So this
boundaries.
whole
And then,
time, all this
mhm,
confusion is going on because you're snowed in. Now
yes,
Brandon has an inspiration to say, "Hey, you know what? Maybe we should do more choir rehearsals, right? Maybe we should. Well, whilst we're
let's
here,
keep singing.
let's just keep
Yeah.
singing." So
Yeah.
meanwhile, Sister Walker is talking about when she's going to find a return missionary. They're starting the
But
vocals.
would Brandon be saying that because he's dealing with his own crisis? Maybe he's questioning the Christmas songs.
Yes, but he thinks that he needs to keep singing so that his faith gets renewed. It's kind of
I
like a
see.
routine thing where he needs to do that, right? So
Yeah.
he's doing that
Yeah.
as a way to see whether there is something there. It's out of curiosity. He genuinely is looking.
He's testing his
So
faith. I
whilst they are
see.
preparing
Yeah.
for the choir to come back because they're snowed in to start singing the rehearsal,
Yeah.
obviously some of the kids that are running around Michaela are also part of the choir. So Brandon needs to go get the kids whilst Michaela is running around chasing the kids with sticky fingers. Brandon needs to go and
Yeah.
get the kids to say, "Hey guys, we have started choir rehearsals. Do you want to jump in?" And then Brandon bumps into Michaela.
Okay.
Ah.
Silence. A moment.
Yes. And she
Let's
happens to be
create.
holding books for no reason. So the books fall, obviously. The books
Yeah,
fall.
just random books, Yeah, 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 yeah. None
Yep.
of them have anything. Where did she get them? We don't
We don't
know. There,
know.
but that's the
She had
problem.
the
She needs
books.
some.
Yes.
Yep, 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 yep. Probably, yeah, yeah. Books on cinnamon rolls or something
Yes.
like that. So
So the
yeah,
books fall and
all the
she
things.
awkwards her way through trying to pick the books up. And obviously, Brandon helps her out
Yeah,
with the books.
yeah, yeah.
And then their
And now,
eyes meet.
I'm thinking, yeah, now I'm thinking, okay, how do we create this, Evans? Okay,
Oh my
you need a
God.
minute.
Oh, I'm just imagining. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm telling you, okay, Hallmark, we're, for hire. So if you need writers,
Yeah.
contact
Yeah.
us.
It's
We
good.
got
We're
this.
still in the
All
very early
right.
stages. Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is,
Hmm.
have you seen the movie Grease?
No.
Okay, it's a musical, and then they made a movie with John Travolta. It's
Okay.
way before your time, technically mine too. But anyway, plot twist. I want to create a way where Brandon
Hmm.
is questioning,
Hmm.
and he has a moment in these dark hours overnight at the
Mm.
church building that as he and Michaela are talking and getting to know each other more,
Because they're snowed in. Yeah.
because they're snowed in, yeah,
Hmm.
there's nowhere to go. And, now they've bumped into each other and they're like, oh,
Yes.
yeah, from our childhood. And, she was carrying books. That means that most likely she can read. And so, like, this
Oh.
is quite,
Oh.
she might be the full package.
Oh,
So,
wow. Yes.
and so he's really into that. But then he's like, I've got to come clean. And he says to her, I've been struggling with my faith and I
Mm.
don't know if it's true. And of course,
Oh.
Michaela's like, I have got to get to the other side of the building. Absolutely not. I am not going to give this person any more of my time because he's just going to
Mm.
bring me down that path and I just don't want to go.
Yeah, but then Brittany, surprisingly, actually is rooting for Brandon now. Brittany, who we thought was obviously Brittany is the nosy friend. So Brittany says, "What are you
Oh,
doing? He is the package. We all want him. What are you doing? So what?" So Brittany is the one. She is a good girl, but she, is willing to
she's more
fluctuate.
nuanced.
She's
Yeah,
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 she's
yeah, yeah.
nuanced. And then Jason on the opposite end also says the same thing. Say you are crazy to telling her about this thing that only you and I know that we have kept secret. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Why are
What are
you
you doing?
telling
You're gonna
her?
blow
You're
your
gonna blow your chance.
chances.
Exactly. So
And so
Brandon is
Brandon,
now
he's
seeking
discouraged.
validation from Michaela now because Michaela is distancing herself from Brandon
Yeah,
because
that's right.
he's told her this. And now Brandon is feeling vulnerable and wants validation. And Michaela
Mm,
is feeling scared because she wants the perfect Mormon guy. And she thought
that's
that
right.
Brandon was the perfect Mormon guy.
That's right. Okay, I want to create it. So, like in the movie Grease, let's do a plot twist that even Hallmark won't see coming.
Okay.
And I say Michaela is in the hallways and she's looking through some of the books that she was carrying. And
Yes.
in one of the books is a letter that she remembers that cousin Phil
Mm.
had written to her many, many, many years ago.
Oh.
And she loves Cousin Phil, by the way.
Hmm.
She's one of those family members that, for some reason, even though everybody black sheeped him and made him into the family pariah, she always loved her cousin Phil. Her
Mm.
older cousin Phil, was so great. And as she's reading his words, something really resonates. And she's like, well, maybe it's not true.
Now,
Maybe,
you see,
maybe Brandon.
this is a letter that she has refused to read for a
Okay,
while,
even better. She's
right?
never read
She's
it.
never
She
read
was
that letter.
told not to read
She was
it.
told not to, but she
And
kept
yet
it.
she kept it in
She
her cinnamon roll
forgot.
book.
She forgot to
She
dispose of it.
totally, yeah.
Yes.
No, she held on to it because it was still
Hmm.
meaningful for her
Okay.
because her cousin wrote it, but she was never going
Never
to
going to
read
read it.
it.
Yes.
No,
So
no,
she kept it for good measure, but not reading it because she's a good Mormon girl.
that's
Perfect.
right.
Yes.
That's
So
right.
now, following that, by chance, the letter
Yes.
falls out of the book, and
And she remembers it
she remembers it, and then they have
just at the
flashback
right
conversations.
time.
Yes.
Just at the right time. She reads it and her mind is open.
This is all happening on
And
the same evening. They're still
the same
snowed in.
evening,
They're still snowed in.
absolutely. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so then once she reads it, she runs to Brandon and says, Brandon, I think you might be onto something.
Hold up.
The church
That's
might.
too quick.
What?
That's too
No,
quick.
it's not over. Give me a chance and then you can
Okay.
rewrite it. All
Okay.
right. So she goes to him
Mm-hmm.
and tells him, I think you're onto something. And
Ooh.
I think you're right. The church might be a fraud. And Brandon's like, really? Let me read the letter. They read the letter together and they start to use their critical thinking skills and they start to think. And if only they had internet reception, they could Google some of this shit up,
Oh, so they
but
don't have
they
internet
can't.
reception.
No, the snowstorm has
Okay.
taken everything out. And
Okay.
so they're
They
like,
have
okay,
lights though to read.
oh, yeah, but yeah, it's a weird thing that's going on. But yeah, it's okay.
Yes, no internet,
Work
but we
with
have
me.
lights. Good,
Yeah,
good,
yep,
good.
yep, yep, yep.
Perfect.
So this, yeah. So yeah, anyway, so all of this is happening, and then they look deep into each other's eyes and they said, the Christmas program is in a week from now. What are we going to do
Wait,
with
hold
this
up.
new knowledge?
But would Michaela, someone who is wanting to get closer to God, quickly, so easily agree with Phil on a letter that she's reading for the first time when she has already distanced herself, or decided at least to distance herself from
Mhm.
Brandon as well?
This is the quintessential Mormon woman, right?
Okay, yes.
To be with a man, yes, sir. She would.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
It's more important for her to secure her mate. Remember, this is like what we're taught from day
Mm-hmm,
one
mm-hmm.
is that marriage and family are the highest achievements. So
Okay.
she's not going to blow this.
Mm,
She has the Ward's catch. She has
yes.
got the most handsome guy in front of her who's
Yeah.
questioning. So by God, she's going to question too.
Yeah.
And so she's with him.
Because we have two events at the Christmas program. Actually, three. So we have one, Brandon giving his testimony, and
No, no,
two,
no. That was at Thanksgiving. That's
oh, that
how
was
the
at
movie
Thanksgiving.
starts.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes. All right.
then he
Totally
comes
forgot.
back into the congregation post mission. So no, there's only
Ah.
two events.
There's
What
two
what
events.
are
That's
the two events?
the choir
Okay,
singing,
yes.
and the
Yes.
children's play.
Yes. There we
Yes.
go.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Okay. So snowfalls fade out.
Oh.
And a week goes by, and they have made this promise to each other. They are going to do all the research that they can in a week's time. And if in a week's time they both come back to church on the
Mm-hmm.
day of the program,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to give each other this look of,
Mm.
we know that this is all made up, that this is
Hmm.
false. And if not, if one of them secures their testimony even
Mm-hmm.
more,
Mm-hmm.
then they're going to go their separate ways and this love
Hmm.
will not be able to last. And so
I
what?
what ending are you hoping for? Because I'm hoping for I'm hoping for an ending that is very hallmarky. I don't know what
Okay.
ending you're hoping
All
for.
right. I'm going to just say it. So the day of the program, they are there. And as they're singing Oh Holy Night or whatever
Yes.
song it is, that look. And they both know. Even though
Hmm.
Michaela has talked to Sister Walker, and even though
Hmm.
Brandon has counseled with Bishop Peterson, they
Hmm.
have come to the light. And as they look at each other, Michaela drops the baby Jesus doll,
Hmm.
and Brandon drops his choir book,
Hmm.
pushes Jason out of the
Wait, why is
way,
she holding the
and the
doll?
two of them, because she's about to hand it to the little
Oh, why hold on, because
5-year-old
okay.
Mary.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And they run down the steps of the stage and holding and grasping each other's hand, they run
Oh.
out of the building and into that Subaru and drive off into the sunset into Nevada from Utah, where they are going to live their truth now and
Oh my God.
be apostates together.
Okay.
And there you go. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah. Yes. That is actually the quintessential Hallmark movie. Yes. So there is that alternative. Alternative.
Okay, yeah, of course.
So
Yeah.
they're on their way.
Deleted scenes, everyone. Deleted
This is
scenes.
deleted scenes. Okay, so
Okay.
on your way home from the snowstorm, Brandon's father had an accident during the
Oh my
snowstorm.
gosh. This is not a 2-hour epic. This has got to be under 90
It
minutes.
is
This is a
still.
Hallmark movie. All right, all right.
It is. It's barely
All
30.
right, all right.
It's barely 35 minutes. It's
Okay.
so very early in the movie. So,
So sorry.
so Brandon's dad
Mhm.
has had an accident, and mind you, Brandon needs something to actually strengthen his faith because he's
And they
losing
have
his
a week
crisis,
to figure
and they
this
have a
shit
week to figure. So
out.
now they have a week
Yeah.
to figure this shit out, and now Brandon's dad has had an accident and he's in the hospital, and
Okay.
it's critical and it's serious. So
Okay.
as Brandon is driving, obviously, some of the members of the choir and Michaela home, he gets the news that his father has had an accident. So they drop the rest of them, and then Michaela joins him to go to the hospital for reasons. To go, and then Brandon kneels next to his father whilst his father's unconscious and prays to God, hoping that something will show up and renew his faith, because that's the goal of Brand. That's two problems: it's Michaela and his faith. That's what's on his mind, right? And Jason is there too, and Brittany is also there for reasons
to show support.
To show support. So they didn't have their own cars, so
if they were typical Mormon teenagers, they definitely didn't have their own cars.
No. So they have internet now. So
because the hospital has generators.
Exactly. So internet is back. Exactly. So whilst Brandon is kneeling and praying, Michaela goes on her phone and starts Googling the things that Phil is telling her. There. So as Brandon prays and make promises, all of these deals with God, right? The light goes out. The lights come back on, and his father is now conscious. So so everyone looks at that in the room, and they're all shocked, like, oh, it's Brandon's prayer.
Miracle.
Exactly. So Michaela shuts her phone down and stops Googling, put the letter back in the book, and Brandon's faith is now strengthened and rekindled.
Okay. All right. But then
So now
how are they going to run out of the building knowing that, that the church isn't true and that they've been sold a lie?
Well, that's your goal. My goal was not for them to see that. My goal was for them to have a typical Mormon ending, a happy ending.
All right. How about this, viewers? How about this, listeners out there? You get to pick the ending.
Yes.
Do they go rogue and run out of the building?
Right, you have two endings.
Or do they do things more the Hallmark way?
Do they misattribute an event and attribute that to Brandon's prayer and say that God answered his prayer by healing his father, and then now all of a sudden his faith is rekindled. Everyone saw the miracle clearly by witnessing a power outage, and then say that was definitely God, and then now we are back again. Michaela stopped Googling, and now they actually become very close, preparing their way to become a Mormon family.
That's right. They're gonna be, making lots of Mormon babies.
So at the singing the Oh Holy Night, it becomes this magical experience which reconfirms Brandon's faith even much more.
I will give it to you, Evans. Your ending is in line with Hallmark standards.
Yes.
So I definitely think, I forgive me for wanting to spice it up a little bit, but yes, you would win. But still, listeners,
your ending. I'm glad that was your ending. That's why I wanted to know what your goal was. So we have two endings.
That's mine.
Pick and choose.
Absolutely.
How would you end this movie?
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely right that Hallmark movies, love, faith, and obedience always align.
Exactly. Given that we learned before we even started this podcast that the Hallmark channel as the company has been owned historically by mostly Christian productions. And although they don't push Christianity, they do push Christian values, as in family and all of these things that apparently are only Christian values. So obviously, if you are any other religion, family is not a value for you. But
absolutely.
So
Hallmark movies are all about just believe in Christmas, while Mormon values are just increase your testimony.
There we go.
That's the message.
So Brandon's testimony got increased with the accident, you see? So that's the movie they would make.
Yeah. Yeah, they both avoid deeper emotional and
What do you mean?
Relational solutions.
Why?
Yeah, absolutely. Because exactly. Why would they have to do that?
Why would they do that?
Comfort over complexity every day.
It is.
All the time.
There it is. Your ending is very complex. Your ending is actually realizing that they are humans and they actually are free to think and they can actually.
Evans, forgive me. I'm just not white white bread. I'm just not white bread. I can't. I'm focaccia. I'm sorry. So yeah,
Focaccia. Yeah,
that's right.
exactly. No, I love
Yeah.
this movie. I definitely wouldn't watch it,
You
but
love it.
but
Hmm.
it what would be the title?
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
we need to create the title now.
Hmm.
Okay.
White bread.
Let's see. White bread. I love it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, wait. I've told you though
Oh.
that sliced white bread in the United States, one of the most famous brands is
Hmm.
called Wonder Bread. So
Mm.
maybe a wonderful time of the year. What are those Christmas songs? It's the most
Yeah.
wonderful time, Wonder Bread time of the year. Wonder Bread time of the year,
The
or something
bedtime
like
of the year.
that. Or a very merry return missionary.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, it could just be The Return. Because,
Return.
we just, I don't know. That sounds a bit dark.
The Return. It sounds like a
It sounds like a
slasher
horror movie.
movie. Yeah, what are you talking about? No. All right, I think a Wonder Bread Christmas. I
A
like
Wonder
that.
Bread Christmas. Okay.
Yeah, a Wonder Bread or the most Wonder Bread time of the year, something like
Mm,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or listeners, you come up with the title. We would love for this Christmas episode to be all about engagement because clearly we can't make this story any worse. So we need your help. And
Yes.
yeah,
And
so.
Brittany and Jason were absolutely not needed for this movie at all in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, but they need to have a moment too where maybe Jason can do a little baptizing at some point.
Oh,
So, yeah, with
baptize you.
Brittany.
Yeah, with Brittany.
Yeah.
That would be very
Hmm.
interesting. Hmm.
Yeah, could be fun. Yeah, we could have a little subplot with the two of them.
Exactly.
I have an idea. Maybe
Okay.
at the very end, as Jason and Michaela are walking out of the building, but
Mm.
not because they're going rogue, like
Yes.
my ending,
Okay, so my
but
ending.
because they
All
are
right.
walking straight into the faith,
Mm-hmm. Holding hands.
full-fledged,
Ooh, not holding
and
hands yet. No,
probably not.
probably not.
What slips out of Brittany's book?
Ooh, the letter.
Cousin Phil's letter. And who picks it up?
Oh,
Jason
Jason.
and Brittany, who are walking behind them. And
Oh,
they pick it up, they look at each other, and they're like, huh, this seems like a really old letter.
yeah, because they stood there and read it for reasons.
And then they read it and end scene with the two of them looking at each
They're
other with
like,
questioning in their eyes.
exactly. And then it ends.
Mm, plot twist.
Plot twist. Yeah, that's actually good. That's actually a good ending.
Right?
Oh,
Right, we kind of combined our two.
yeah.
Maybe Michaela and Brandon don't, see the light, but maybe there's hope
Ooh,
for Brittany and
it
Jason.
was never about Brandon and Michaela in the first place.
Oh. Well, there
Oh,
you go.
oh, this is
We
great.
created our own Hallmark movie. So,
Man, it doesn't take a lot.
oh,
I was gonna say
yeah.
it takes a lot, but no, it doesn't. Like you just have to be willing to be like, okay, how do I end up making comfort food? Okay,
Oh, I know. It's the
I know
same
what
old
people like.
recipe over and over again.
Yep.
And that is why people, I don't know. I don't know why they watch this
How do people
smut.
believe? But that's the thing is
I
like
don't
people watch
know.
this like genuinely thinking, oh, there's hope out there. It's like, no, no, that's not how humans behave. This is
Yeah.
there is one Hallmark movie that I watched last year Christmas, and I only watched it because Pentatonics was in it, and I love Pentatonics, and that was the biggest crime they could ever commit
This
to
is
me.
quite a confessional on your
I
behalf.
know,
Wow.
I know,
Okay.
I
You're
know.
owning
Like this, I'm
this.
owning it.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched it, but I
Okay.
only watched it because some people made me watch it. You know,
Some people, huh?
some people, yeah,
Yourself.
exactly. So,
This
but
stuff
this
up.
was great, right? Because it's we're trying to, I guess we're trying to showcase here the perfect scenario that is sold to
Tropes.
the tropes that is sold to
Yeah.
people who are becoming Mormons and people who are already Mormons is the perfect picture, the reasons, the
Yeah.
validation as to why you should be. It's like, look at
Yeah.
this perfect image, right?
Hmm.
And we are going to the extreme end. It's not even extreme. It's just this is the average end. To say, okay, let's give you everything. Let's give you all of it. The perfect family, the perfect guy, the perfect girl, the perfect environments, the perfect church, the perfect scenario. Let's give you all of it, and it's still trash.
So, ladies and gentlemen, check out our film, The Most Wonder Bread Time of the Year.
Yeah. Premiering
Hallmark.
on Hallmark. Yeah, on Hallmark. What
Yeah.
date is it premiering?
It's going to premiere on the Sunday, December 21st. Yeah.
Hmm.
And that should be the day that this episode gets released. So we're
Okay.
going to make a plug for our movie. So y'all watch it because it is going to be obviously the caliber of actors that we have hired is going to
It's going
be
to be
top shelf. I mean,
mind
just yeah.
blowing. We paid each of
Yeah.
them £10. So like
That's right.
you're gonna get the best of the best. Yeah, white bread type performance.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely. The best. We got the best white bread talent
the best.
in all of Utah to
Yes.
because we wanted it to be authentic. We really wanted the
Yes.
characters to really
And
embody.
what's the theme music? What's the theme song for the
Oh,
movie?
I leave that to you. I mean,
Oh,
we've got to have you're the one that's great with music. Let's see. I mean, we've got to have it's the most wonder bread time
yeah, of
of
the
the
year. Yeah, and the instrumentals will be like the theme throughout the whole
da da
movie.
da 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 da
Exactly.
da 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 da.
Yeah,
Da da
that's what's
da
gonna be.
dum.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. Okay, good.
Anyway,
Yep.
and then maybe
Jingle bells, of course,
yeah,
the
and then
twinkling light.
some casual follow the prophet from the kids too. Like just throw in just for good
Well,
measure.
that makes sense because the
Yeah,
prophet totally has a lot to do with baby Jesus and everything.
yeah,
So,
definitely. If it's
yeah,
Jesus' birthday on December, definitely on
yeah.
December, then obviously it is an important day for the prophet as well. Ooh, we're having after
Forgive
hours.
me. Sorry, little blackout. I'm having my own winter storm,
No
apparently.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, damsel in distress.
Oh dear. I hope Brandon is close by.
Oh boy.
So,
Oh no, actually,
anyway.
you need Jason now because Jason has
Oh,
actually
it's
read the
true.
letter. You
Jason's
see.
more my vibe. I guess I'm a
Exactly.
Brittany. What
Exactly.
can I say?
There you go.
How do you like Christmas music this time of year? Having deconstructed now
Mm,
and you listen to all these songs. It's been funny as I've been, getting my house decorated, wrapping presents, doing all the Christmas things. I still put on the Christmas music in the
mm-hmm,
background. A lot of times I like just instrumental, like a good Lindsey Sterling
mm-hmm,
album would be great so that I'm not really hearing the words. But obviously, you can't run away from it. And the other day, it was kind of funny because back to back, I listened to a song where like Ariana Grande is singing about Santa Claus,
mm-hmm.
and then the next song is like the Jonas Brothers singing "Oh Holy Night." I don't know, or Josh Groban or something like that. And it just made me kind of chuckle where Ariana Grande is like singing with such conviction about Santa
Mm,
Claus. And then the next song is singing with such conviction about the supernatural nature of Jesus Christ.
mm,
And it all kind of made me laugh at that point. Past years, sometimes I was just like, I can't even listen to
mm-hmm.
any song that is non-secular. It had to be secular. But now I was just like, huh, they're kind of singing in the same way. One is about one made up character, and the other one is just about another made up character. But we're adults here.
Yeah.
And yet we are singing as if, like, I mean, who are we trying to convince? Like, I'm
Ourselves.
not, yeah,
Yeah.
ourselves.
I love Christmas music, and it was a struggle when I first
Yeah,
deconstructed and I left. It's always a struggle. I would
it
say
is. Yeah.
for most people, especially for me, I was heavily into the music ministry in church. So a lot of the efforts that I put into my music experience was gospel related, and
Yeah.
none of it was secular. So that was a very difficult transition for me. And this is not everybody's experience, but that's a lot of the time when people are musicians and they leave, that's their experience. It makes it very difficult to appreciate music again. So you kind of like
Yeah.
put that in the back burner. So that was like, at least for the first couple of years, I would
Yeah.
say 2 years, that was difficult. But as time
Same.
went on, I started understanding what music was and seeing music in a whole different level outside of the church and outside of religion. And I was like, you know what? We came up with it. We came up with music, and we know the chords and the instrumentals and the right things that is behind all of this that strike the right amount of emotion. And we can do this with anything. We can do this with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We can do that with anything. So understanding the psychology behind music was what really helped me understand that, oh, it's just all man-made. We come up with these things because we understand the mechanism behind music, because it's all maths. It's all frequencies and maths. That's what music is. So if you understand the calculations, and we know that if we put a triad against a four chord, it strikes this beautiful melody, and then now all of a sudden that responds to you with this type of emotion. Unless you're a psychopath, then that's a different situation. But we know these things, and being in the music industry, we had to prepare types of songs for different types of events because we wanted to strike different types of emotions. These were all things we were coming up with. Obviously, we wouldn't admit that we were doing that, right? We would pray, but we were doing this, and they do this on the radio. You do this everywhere, and there's also this experiment called the collective effervescence, where you see how a group of people, when they sing a chant all together and they raise their hand or they do some kind of like routine bodily movement, you experience that same euphoria that you experience if you listen to a gospel song or listen to someone singing about Jesus Christ or anything like that. It's like it's very human for us to listen
Yeah.
to any song,
Yes.
and feel something. That is a
Feel
human
moved.
thing. That is a
Yeah.
human thing. And that is not because of there is some divine thing pulling some strings and making you convinced, which is actually a very unproductive way to try and convince something that you are real, is to hide behind music. Because you can listen to any music artist, and if they're singing about a certain story or something about the way the artist is singing can touch you, the way that the pianists play the keys can touch you. Like, we know these things, and it's not magic. It's very human, and it's beautiful. So the fact that it's not magic doesn't take away the beauty, and that is the thing that people miss. Is also, you mean that music is just a bunch of calculations? It is, and is beautiful. The fact that it's a calculation doesn't take away its beauty. It is something that people say that a little bit sometimes it frustrates me, because love is just a bunch of chemicals, right? So they just make it sound reductive, like, oh, so love is
Okay.
just a bunch of chemicals. It's like, yes, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It being a bunch of chemicals, reactions going on through your brain, doesn't take away from the beauty. Like, here's a thought experiment. Does knowing the ingredients that makes hot chocolate all of a sudden reduce the taste of hot chocolate for you? Does knowing the recipe to making your favorite stew all of a sudden make the stew taste less than it did when you didn't know how it tasted, what the ingredients were before? No, it doesn't take away the taste. Okay, so if you know the intricacies and the makeup of how music actually works, that doesn't take away the beauty of it. You just know how it works, and also how it's beautiful as well. Not only do you know that it's beautiful, you know how it's beautiful now. It's even better. It's even better now, and is this something that religious people like to do? Is they like to reduce things to the makeup of it, and then suggest that because you know the makeup of it, that takes away the specialness or the value of it. No, it doesn't. It will if you want to make it that way, then it will. But it's a choice that you're willing to make, but it doesn't inherently take it away simply because you understand things. In fact, I like to understand why things are the way they are so that I can enjoy it. Now, not only do I enjoy it, I know why I enjoy it, which is a double enjoyment. It's fucking amazing. So I listen to Christmas music and I love it, and I love it doubly because I know why it's fun. I hope that that's something that you will take on and freely sing all your songs that you want to sing. And we need a little Christmas now, or Santa Claus is coming tonight. Or my favorite Christmas song actually is a song that Pentatonics covered, which is My Favorite Things. And they
Okay.
covered My Favorite Things, and I love that song now. There are so many songs that they took, Christmas songs.
Raindrops on roses
I love
and
that song.
whiskers
It's
on
so good.
kittens.
And they did Over the River, Into the Woods. There was another.
Oh, that's
They did
awesome.
see.
Over the river and through the woods.
Yes. So
To
there are
grandmother's house we go.
exactly. So there are so many Christmas carols that I would never care about, and then
Yeah.
Pentatonics pick it up, and then they make it like
Yeah.
relevant for me. Like, oh, I love this song now.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway,
I like what you're saying. It's a yes and.
yes.
And I love that. And it's kind of funny because as you were talking, I was smiling because I feel like we've kind of presented to our audience the formula, the recipe for Hallmark movies, and yet they still are gonna love them.
Oh yeah.
They are still like, even though they know how the sausage is made,
Exactly.
they are okay
Still gonna,
consuming it over and over and over again
yeah.
because it just makes them feel good.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, exactly.
yeah.
The message is don't be afraid to understand things. It's not going to
Yeah.
take the experience away from you.
Yeah.
Understand it and also experience it.
Yeah.
It's doubly fun.
I mean, to me, just that aha moment. So, yeah, I also went through my whole phase of I can't listen to this anymore. It stings, it hurts
Mm,
because I no longer believe it to be a true story. I mean, the Santa Claus stuff, I mean, we all figure that out, but Jesus, all of that
mm,
supernatural, like that was really, really
yeah.
hard. And then this Christmas, here I am, this is like my third Christmas out of the church. I just had that moment where it's like, huh, they're both trying to, I mean, both of these artists are singing songs about these fictitious characters and really selling it
Yeah,
hard
really
to have
going
us,
in.
yeah, to have us believe it. And now I just laugh and smile at the absurdity,
Yeah.
like we both, yes, yes, it's beautiful and it's not true.
Yes.
Yes, it's beautiful and it's just a made up story that we need to make us feel better. And
Yeah.
a lot of people take great comfort, and I don't want to take that from them, just like you wouldn't want to take that from a little child who does believe in Santa Claus.
Exactly. Although, it's a child.
It is a child.
Yeah. You don't want to take things
And the
from
adults
children.
are a little
Sometimes it's good to
bit,
take things away from adults because, they're adults. They can deal with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when they use it then to harm other people
See, there we go.
and
There.
to control and oppress
Yeah.
and all of that. Yeah, I see.
Exactly. You
Yeah,
see,
that
so
might,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, it gives me comfort, but it's like I hate gay people. It's like, whoa,
Yeah,
like,
that one's a little bit harder.
like,
Santa doesn't
wow.
quite promote that
You see?
agenda, does he?
You see the
Yeah, yeah,
difference?
yeah. I
Exactly.
do.
That's
I
why it is
do.
nice to coldly take people's comfort away, especially when they're adults, in a cold way. I have no qualms about it. I will take your comfort away. Yes.
Well, we may not have hope for Michaela or Brandon, but Brittany and
Brittany and
Jason,
Jason,
we
definitely.
look forward to when your
Hey,
story
part
next
two.
gets picked up. Exactly. And we can, with that, obviously, that story is probably not going to be picked
I
up
don't
by
think
the
so.
Hallmark Channel.
No,
No, I
definitely
don't think
not.
so.
I've never seen a
No.
part two Hallmark movie before, though. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Oh, there are
There,
part twos?
oh yeah.
Oh,
There
wow.
has to be. I
Okay.
don't know.
What?
There has to be there because people love,
Have there
they
been?
want to know more. What happens to them when, how many, how
How many
much
babies
fucking
did
did
they
they
have?
do? How
Right,
many
right.
Mormon babies came out of her? So I
True,
mean,
true,
yeah. So there's
true.
definitely, this is what we're gonna do, y'all.
Mhm.
Next Christmas, come back and we will have a part
We will
two.
see how well
We
Brandon
are
and
gonna keep,
Michaela are doing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
Jason, and if you're going to continue on
That's
Jason
right.
and Brittany.
No, absolutely. We got to see where that goes. But anyway, I hope you guys had fun with us tonight. And from the bottom of our hearts, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We know that this time of year can, stir a lot of emotions and be difficult with family gatherings
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
these events that are very real. And although we've had a good time, we hope that you find your community this holiday season and can make it real to you,
Hmm.
however that looks. And we wish you a healthy and happy New Year as well. Wait, we still have a New Year's episode coming out,
Hmm.
but we wish you a happy and healthy Christmas and whatever other holidays, because it is not the only holiday being celebrated this time of year.
No.
Although Christendom wants to make it all about them. There are other faiths celebrating other things. But with
Yeah.
that said, we wish you well and we hope you had some fun with us and know that you have a community in us.
Exactly. I agree. Have a good day. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. All of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Love
All right.
yourself. Love your children. Love your
Yeah.
family. All
All
right.
right, however that looks. Okay, see you later.
See ya.